What's up, guys? How's it going? I see Deli stopped by. Thanks for stopping by, Del. Hope you're doing well. Snoochie Booch, howdy, howdy. Fish guy Nick, Craig's Catfish Cave. How are you, buddy? Good day. It's been a while. Well, we're gonna see if some people roll in here. I'm gonna see if I can get some sound working. Give me just a minute. See how everything is sounding. Seems like it's going okay. Good day, Mark. TJ Autocross. Howdy, howdy. How are you guys doing? It's been a while. I haven't seen you guys. Past couple weeks I've kind of been in some streams, but you haven't seen me much at all. It's been a hectic last 6 months. But cheers. What's new with you guys? I've kind of been following along. Craig's got this stream running of his bristle noses. He had some bristle noses hatching out the other night, so it was pretty cool to watch. So a bunch of people were anxiously watching as his bristle noses hatched out. So it was pretty cool. Alishan, what's up? I have returned, not consistently, but I'm back. The Zen Ginger, howdy Zen. Hope you're doing great. Been trying to chat with some of you guys the past couple weeks as I've popped in and out of streams, but hope you're all doing great. Ian's here. Obviously, as always, guys, the link is that way, up there. I think I pinned it over in the chat. So if you guys would like to chat, you're more than welcome to. We've got some exciting stuff going on. There's stuff changing with the channel. There's stuff changing with me, and the fish room is going to start, more or less running again. It's kind of been on autopilot, sadly. Autopilot more or less for the past 6 months, obviously with work dragging me away and whatnot, and then moving into just summertime. It's busy. That's it. I don't have any excuses. It's just a busy time. But right now, obviously rolling with the 125. It's not in great shape. I'll be honest, the CO2 has been empty since April. And so if you watched the short video that I posted earlier, what's up, OC? Jenna P, Richard Reynolds, everybody's stopping in now. It's been a while. It's nice to see you guys. Nice to be able to chat with you guys again. So I do appreciate you stopping by, because there's big things happening. There's big things that have happened the past couple weeks. Big things that have happened the past couple days. So we're gonna roll into that. We'll let a few more people roll into here. Stephen P, what's up, bud? As always, like I told the guys that already dropped in, the link is up in one of those corners over there. You're welcome to chat. I hear you, Ian. Ian said he's starting to barbecue. I am also starting to barbecue, so you may see me disappear for a minute so I can get some pork chops cooking for dinner. For those of you that didn't catch Stephen and Jenna's stream earlier, the Wednesday night Steamy and Extreme is going to move to Friday nights now. So set a reminder on your calendar. If you don't already have alerts set, sometimes if you turn subscription notifications on, it sets it to personalized. So you have to go ahead and set it to all or custom and go ahead and pick what you want to get notified for. So I noticed I had a lot of subscription alerts set, but I was never getting any notifications for a lot of people. But so make sure you go in and set it to all or set it to whatever you want to be notified for, especially with Steamy and Extreme changing from Wednesday to Fridays. Mark your calendars so you can catch up on that. Get all your What the Fish points, and as always, win some goodies. So see a few more people popping in. 3G, Bunny Viper. Hope you guys are doing great. It's nice to see you folks. Like I said, it's great to see. Even after all this time, there's 17 of you guys that have stopped by. So fortunately or unfortunately for you guys, I am still alive. I'm still kicking. Richard asked what time Steamy Extreme will be on Friday. Coro's in the house. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it will be 8:30 Eastern time. But Jenna or Steven, I'm sure will correct me real quick. Everything guy, what's up? Scotty the Fish Freaks here, getting ready for Clash. Stopped in his stream for a little bit. It sounds like there are going to be a lot more vendors than expected at the Clash this year. So that's awesome. That's great for everybody that shows up. The more the merrier. Obviously, you want a lot of folks to show up ready to spend a lot of money, but you need somebody there to sell stuff, whether that's fish or dry goods or information, right? There'll be a bunch of people talking, and it should be an awesome deal. Kelly will actually be there talking as well. I believe Scotty said Andre's coming in. They're flying him in. So it should be awesome. Jason Time will be there as well. Hopefully. TJ, I wish. It's just, I was hoping to get to Cataclysm this weekend. And it's just been such a busy summer that it's time for me to hang out at home. And because it's been such a busy 6 months or so, that's why I haven't been around. Work has kept me plenty busy. As you can see, we'll take a look at the 125-ish. It doesn't look great. So unfortunately, while I was gone, the group of Rhinocentris Ornatus Tiwak Creek that I had, things got messy. I don't know what happened, but I just have this little female left. So that's kind of unfortunate. So I'm going to talk to Marcel and see what I can come up with as far as maybe replacing those. I do like the Tiwak Creek better than any of the other collection points. So if I replace the Rhinocentris that I had, it will definitely be with Tiwak Creek. Otherwise, I might go a different direction. I like the Tiwak Creek. They're awesome fish, but in a planted tank like this, especially with so much orange and red, the Tiwak Creek kind of get lost. So I might go a different direction, something with some different colors. Jen, I see it in the chat. Thanks for that. I do have a request. Somebody asked what time the new Steamium Extreme will be. If you could just drop that in the chat. I just want to be sure. I don't want to give bad information out to people. I do appreciate you dropping the Clash speakers. That is an awesome list. Andreas Tonke, if you're not familiar, super huge Glico guy. He's got several talks that have been dispersed across YouTube. He'll be talking to Clash. Not many people have fish named after them, let alone not many people have fish named after them that are fairly humble, right? So, but Andreas, I haven't met him in person, but everything that I've seen from interviews seems like he's a great guy. So 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. So 8:30 is wrong. 9:30 Eastern Standard Time on Fridays will be the new Steamium Extreme with Stephen P 2003, Jenna P 2005, Myrtle's usually in the chat hanging out. Who else is there? Bex, Annette from Mystery Snail Guardians. Great group of folks. Always good time. Not every YouTube stream has to be for information and learning, but you're going to learn a lot from that crew as a whole, and they obviously put on a ton of fun with the Steamium Extreme deal. Matt's in the house, fishfam.link. Make sure you go check it out. Yes, Orange Cones, 9:30 p.m. If you haven't checked out fishfam.link, make sure you go check out fishfam.link. One of the tricks to fishfam.link, you have to use your Google to log in, and you'll usually be entered into a drawing. I'm not sure when the last one was because I haven't been around YouTube much or the Fish Fam in general, but make sure that you log in so that it will register that for the month. And if you're not a Patreon, being a Patreon does get you eligible for some awesome stuff. I know a lot of the Patreons from fishfam.link got some awesome Bex prints for a while. So it definitely pays off. You'll see, obviously, you're supporting a great cause. Matt and Jenna and the folks that run and maintain fishfam.link do a ton of work for the community to help people connect and share information. So that is an absolutely free resource. I definitely encourage you to take advantage of it, and if you can help support them, Patreon, I think it's like $5, and you get some goodies associated with that. So I definitely go at least check it out. They have a calendar that shows when everybody's going live, all sorts of information about each channel, links to social media, etc. Minoxie, hey man, it's been a while. Haven't seen you around. Hope you're doing great. I missed Skip stream last night. I missed Skipper stream, but I did catch the Danny and Skippy show instead of Danny and Kenny. Danny and Skipper were doing a little stream. So that was pretty cool. But anyway, so like I said, with the deployment, I kind of thinned out the tanks downstairs a little bit. I turned the 125 down, I turned the lights down, so there wasn't a ton of plant growth, which is fine. Less work for the wife. She more or less just did top offs while I was gone. No problem there. The only issue was, for whatever reason, something went awry, and I lost the Radinocentris ornatus Tiwa Creek. So the tank's looking a little bare. So if you guys have any suggestions on what rainbows you think would look in there, I'm leaning towards rainbows, either rainbows or something like Leopoldi angelfish. As I said before, the Tiwa Creek are super awesome fish. They just get lost in all the oranges and reds in the tank. So I might go something completely different. Maybe something with some blue, like a Boesemani rainbow. Can't go wrong with Boesemani. Or I don't know. If you guys have any ideas, feel free to throw them out. But today, actually, so 125, the CO2 has been empty since April. Finally hooked the CO2 back up today, so got the CO2 running. Getting back into my dosing regime, so I do an estimated index. Now there's an idea, Jenna Kalitawa. You've got me thinking. That would definitely be an interesting move. And there's a long list of rainbows that I'd consider, so somebody convince me. But anyway, like I said, the CO2 ran out on the 125, so I finally got that filled up after 4 months-ish, April, May, June, July-ish, almost 4 months. So finally get the CO2 running again, start working the lights back up, get back into a normal dosing regime. So if you followed the channel at all, you know that in the 125, I generally run straight RO DI water. It just softens it up. I run fish that like a little bit cleaner water on the softer side of things. So I usually do my water changes with straight RO DI, and I use the estimated index and dry salts to dose my nutrients. Well, the RO DI unit that I haven't changed the filter media, so your carbon blocks, your sediment filter, the DI resin, or the RO membrane in 2 to 3 years. So ideally, out of a 5-stage RO DI unit, your TDS would measure around 6 to 9. So that's pretty clean water, right? You want single digits. If you're a reef guy, if your water's not in single digits before you mix it, then you're going to run into algae problems. Well, mine is currently at 250. So I ordered a bulk reef supply, has a media kit with all the media that you need to know. All the media that you need. And then I ordered an RO membrane as well. So that's in the mail. I'll get that squared away. And what's up, Kelly? Sorry, squirrel. So that's squared away, and then I'll finally get the RO output from 250 down to hopefully 5. So drastically cleaner water. The sediment filter is trash. I'm sure the RO membrane is shot. So now keep in mind, it's like 250 is high for any RO unit, let alone a 5-stage. And considering the fact that my tap water starts at about 550, 560, so I'm still pulling, half of the junk out of there. But 250 is extremely high. So it's shot. It's one of those things where I just ran it and I kept making water, putting it off. And because it was acceptable, but now it's far beyond acceptable. So we're finally going to fix it. So that's one of the things going on with the fish room. So that'll not only help the 125, that'll help stuff downstairs that would probably appreciate a little bit cleaner, softer water, right? So, and then like I said, downstairs, we'll do some updates on the fish room downstairs. Obviously, I haven't turned it off much. There's honestly not much to see right now. So I've thinned out some of the tanks, and so there's not a whole lot to see. I still have some of the cool fish. The Chilafrid and Alani are still spawning away. The Crippahirus and Ludis are spawning away. I just don't have as much stuff. Stephen asked, I assume someone with lower TDS wouldn't need to change the membranes often, or does it depend on what exactly is in the water? That's pretty much, as far as I know, Stephen, that's pretty accurate. Obviously, if you're starting with cleaner water to begin with, it doesn't have to pull as much crap out of there. So you should be able to get more life out of your membrane and media. Changing water using my RO wastewater. Honestly, Kelly, so ideally with a 5-stage, like with your RO membrane, you want about 98% rejection rate. That's kind of what is generally advertised. I'm probably getting like a 10% rejection rate right now. So more or less, I'm using RO wastewater. That's how bad it is. So anyway, that's kind of the status of the tanks. There's not a whole lot to see. Obviously, the 125 picture quality is terrible right now for whatever reason. But the 125 looks like the 125. It is crypt heavy right now. You can see all those. Those are all various crypts in the front, mixed in with some Lycanandra. The green plant in the dead center there is Piptospathia ridleyi. I've got some lag silver powder, some lag bleeding heart, some lag chocolate. Sorry about that. Some Lycanandra needly red. Just kind of scattered about. Off to the left of the image, there's some various hairgrass type plants, some Echinodura supaku, Ginkalo, some Echinodura iguazu, and some scattered things around. God, I'd kill for that, Ian. But northwest water problems. So that's 125. I'm going to thin out the plants floating at the top are Echinodura stocarno. Probably the most prolific, most just short of invincible sword I've found on the planet. So if you're ever looking for a sword, Echinodura stocarno will probably outlive an Amazon sword, believe it or not. So yeah, Ian, holler at me. Getting way off topic here. Anyway, so yeah, plants stuff. So honestly, I've got some plants coming in from a couple outside sources. It's good to make friends with people that keep plants. It makes it easy to acquire them when you want some more. So a lot of these crypts are going to go. A lot of the swords that you can't see in this image are going to go. And we're going to go back to stems because I'm a stem plant guy at heart. I like the variety. There's a lot of variety of crypts, but at the end of the day, all the crypts kind of look the same. Like the different colorations, the different leaf shapes, the different stems have to offer. So we're going to lean back that direction. Now that I'm home more, it's just easier to maintain something like that, right? But we've got 20 people in here. Honestly, 20 is probably about as many as we'll get all night. So let's talk about news. So I talked about what's going on in the fish room, what's going on in the fish tanks. J-Rock, what's going on with you, brother? So yeah, so what about the channel itself? So in case you didn't notice, which I would not have noticed if I wasn't just happened to pay attention to it. But so the All Things Fish channel has officially hit 1,000 subscribers, which is good news. It's cool to hit a milestone. It took me, 3 years or so to get there, but we hit the milestone, so that's awesome. What comes with hitting that milestone? Well, there's all kinds of stuff. So monetization is a thing. And as I've told you guys before, that monetization is not what I'm after with this channel. So I am going to turn monetization type activities on, such as super chats, super things, all the super things that make chats fun. I'm also going to turn memberships on. And what's going to happen with that is I'm not in it I don't do YouTube for money. So what's going to happen with memberships and super chats, all that stuff I'll keep track of, and I'll be as transparent as I can be. And that stuff is going to go into giveaways, all right? So that's going to go back into the channel. So the majority of that, whether it's a membership, a super chat, etc., is going to go back into the channel for giveaways. I usually give away plants and stuff, occasionally books, but we'll be able to do that more often. So I want to give back to those people that have supported the channel. A lot of you guys have supported the channel forever, whether it's monetarily, moral support, or sending me fishing plants, and I can't thank you guys enough. That's awesome. But we're going to start turning things on, and that'll go back into more giveaways. So every membership is going to go back into memberships. Give me just a second. I'm going to switch over. How about now? How's this? We'll go this route for now until I figure out a better solution. But like I said, everything that comes in is going to go back out. There will be members only giveaways. There will also be giveaways that everybody is eligible to join. I understand that we aren't always able to contribute to things that we enjoy financially. And I do completely understand that. However, there are perks for supporting. There will be different membership levels. And for those different membership levels, you'll get different perks. For the basic level, you get stickers, access to some members only stuff, such as giveaways. And as you move up, you get dibs on plants, dibs on fish that I breed, etc. We're also working on some swag. So there will be swag. But I've got to work through some of the stuff. You guys have been throwing support out left and right already. Mark Stirlison became a member. Thank you so much, Mark. I know you've been along for the ride for a while. I appreciate it a ton. Adele, collaboration of curiosities. Congrats on 1K. $2. Thanks you, man. Adele's a lot of fun. She's an Aussie, so we hang out at night, and she's a lot of fun. Kelly Foreman, we did it for the glory. I also do it for ethically sourced Bucephalendra. Jenna Pease dropping $10. Thanks, Jenna. Honestly, I probably wouldn't be here without the Peas. There are a lot of motivation. They gave me something to do on Wednesday nights, and I harass Jenna a lot. She puts up a lot of crap for me. So thanks to Jenna, and thanks to Steven. Steven decided that he was going to pony up a couple of bucks. Do you remember Ian Atkins? Atkins Nature Aquariums, $5 super chat. Thanks, Ian. Ian is kind of the guy that's been inspiring me to go back into saltwater a little bit. So we'll touch on that. And I intend on making videos about it. And I started, I did set the BioCube up. So I used to have a 28-gallon BioCube that was filled with salt water. It got emptied for a while. I set it back up. I got some live rock. I filled it up with salt water. And then I went on my deployment and I came back and one of the seals leaked at the bottom. So that sucked. So I drained the tank into a big brute tub, moved all the rock into a tub, and one of these days I'm going to seal the BioCube. But until then, it's just kind of a cycling mosh pit of live rock and whatever bugs happen to be in there. So thanks to Ian for kind of inspiring me to get back into salt. And, I'm going to pick your brain. You've obviously got salt figured out, for the stage of the game that you're in. You're doing extremely well. So thanks a ton. Finally got sound back. Sorry about that. Headphones decided to die. Kelly Foreman became a member. Thank you, Kelly. Much love. Kelly's another one of those people that puts up with a lot of my crap. So I appreciate it. Definitely appreciate your support, whether it's joining or just being an ear to talk to for so long. Coral says, seal the cube. We need to seal the cube. That's right. We'll get there one of these days, I hope. So it'll happen. Hopefully this week. Luckily I do have some downtime this week to seal the cube. So we're gonna get there. I don't know exactly how soon it'll be, and it looks like Kelly decided to drop a bunch of memberships. So thank you so much, Kelly. She ended up gifting memberships to Ian from Atkins Nature Aquariums, Sarah over at Sketty Nona, Coral Works, David Hahn are all lucky winners. Lori, Monster Fish Gal. How's it going, Lori? Kind of missed some of the fun so far, but it's getting better. We're going to seal the cube. So Coral said to seal the cube, and we are going to make that happen. Not only are we going to seal the cube, we are also going to fill the pond. Now, it's not a true pond. It'll be something more along the lines of a 27-gallon tote out in the backyard. But with Kelly's help and the help of a little book that Kelly referenced me to, we're going to build a pond, and we'll also give away a book about ponds. So hang out for that. Amazon Research Center for Ornamental Fishes. Anthony is here. Hello, Anthony. Just a lot of love pouring in. Thanks to all of you. I see a whole lot of support just flying in, and thanks a ton. So Nathan, Hobie, everybody's getting some love tonight, and I appreciate it. So Sketty asked if we're going to reseal the cube with black silicone. All I have is clear silicone on hand. It's just on the bottom. So honestly, I think clear will look just fine, if not better, simply because it's going to be covered up with some aragonite sand anyway. So I'll just use clear. That's what I have on hand. Coral says, fill that pond. It's not a pond, it's a tub. Don't tell my wife. If Brittany finds out, she'll probably kill me. Scotty asked if the book was written by Dr. Ted. It might be written by Dr. Ted, and you can blame Kelly for that one. So Kelly can probably be attributed for a bunch of Ted's book sales in the past 6 to 9 months or so. So thanks, Kelly. I'm definitely going to be picking your brain. And hopefully my tub doesn't hit 98 degrees. Like Stephen B. Orchids and Endlers says, smash the like butter. Smooth as butter. Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. I gotta go through. I'm trying to pick. There's all kinds of exciting stuff going on in the chat. Holy crap. I just love making people spend money. Well, I'm good at making people buy plants or unwillingly taking plants in. So feel free to spend more money. Fortunately, honestly, with this tub deal, I have everything I need. I've got an air pump. I've got sponge filters to run it. I've got the tote. All I have to do is fill it up. So we're gonna make it happen. There's not a whole lot of time left in tub season. So I live in Iowa, right? So there's not a ton of tub season in general. But we're gonna throw some guppies out there, and we're gonna let it rip. We're gonna see what happens. So Huawei's here. What's up? Oh, Minnows. Steven's going, but Minnows in his stuff tonight. Good luck. Hopefully you don't end up with stew. Kelly says in a water lily. So I don't know, like 27 gallons isn't a lot. I'm sure it might be sufficient for one water lily. So we'll see how one water lily does. We'll start there, and we'll see how we go. Gosh, this is I haven't streamed in forever. Let alone this is a busy stream for me. So I'm hustling. I'm trying not to get distracted. Trying to keep up. Nathan asked, how can I tell the difference between regular and high fin salt and pepper quarries? Dorsal fin is taller, but how much taller in any other kind of things to look for? So it's usually pretty obvious in a
standard Corydora, and a high fin. So there's not a ton of variation other than the actual dorsal fin itself. On a standard finned salt and pepper Cory, so that's Corydoras pilatus, it'll be a little more rounded. And on something like a high fin Corydoras, it'll be, not only taller and longer, but it'll kind of be a little bit more pointed. So hopefully that helps you out. Other than that, the ventral fins may be a little bit longer. Sometimes the tail or the caudal fin is a little bit longer as well. But that's kind of what to look for. Not much of a reader. Good find. I bought a couple fish rooms from old people that I know. They got out of fish, and I've got so many books and so many old magazines to read. It's crazy. So one of these days I'll catch up. Probably not anytime soon. But one of these days I'll catch up. Oh my gosh, you guys are crazy. Thanks so much. I do appreciate it. I do. That orange cones. I asked you how much for shipping to my zip code was the other day. Yes, if I was from Iowa, and yes, I'm interested in a pair of Philo Vittata. I think they'd work well. Also, on a side note, some of the incoming super chats might go towards finally ponying up and paying for StreamYard, because I don't do this for money. And I can be a bit of a cheap ass at times, so I'm not going to go pay $20 for StreamYard. But if it will enhance the user experience at this point in time, maybe I'll pony up and cover StreamYard so you guys get some high quality video instead of staring at some green and brown pixels that I like to call my 125-gallon display tank. So Coral, I'm thinking of like a 27-gallon tote, and I've got a couple 55-gallon drums. So I might, get crazy with some plumbing and some like a waterfall. We'll see. Like right now, I just need to get the tote itself and fill it with water and just put fish in it and call it good before we get crazy. It's easy to add on later. So we'll see. Talking about Tiger Lotus. Kelly's talking about Lotus. All kinds of Lotus. Kelly's big on the Lotus side of things. That's the thing. So it generally you have to have long fins to get long fins. At least that's kind of a thing that we use in Plegosmus. I'm not big on Corydoras genetics themselves. As long as you have two fish that are carriers, you should be able to get a few of the high fin types. But yeah, you can always, now that they're old enough to separate out, you can switch them out to a tank. If you're ever interested in breeding Corydoras, Mark from Mark's Aquatics has an excellent deal on breeding Corys, and that the technique that he uses applies to a wide range of Corys, not just the specific Corys. For the most part, with a lot of the Corys, the same technique works with all of them. There's a few that you have to get specific about, and there's a few weird triggers. But for the common stuff like your Aeneas, your Pilatus, your Sturbai, the same techniques generally work pretty well. Trying to keep up, guys. I'm sorry. I'm out of practice here. Red Tiger Lotus does get out of control. Ask Johnny. Either way, OC. The 125 needs some life. As you can see, there's some Corydoras sodalis that you definitely can't see. A single female Rhinocentris ornatus Tiwak Creek, sadly. And then that big guy in the middle right now is an SAE that is just living life, having a great time. I feel like I'm missing things here. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up. Not moving. I'm trying to move. Yeah, it's a pain. I'm not big on StreamYard. I need to look at some other options. The problem is I haven't been serious enough about streaming to look at other options. So I might pick your brain, Stephen. Oh, you guys, um, have you guys? Are you a little group over in like Steam Extreme? You have stuff here. I don't know if you guys use OBS or what. Definitely something I need to look in because I'm sick of the video quality. So $40 is definitely not worth 1080p. That is a cash grab, and I will likely go away from StreamYard. Usually it's just me streaming anyway, so I don't need the ability to throw 20 people on a panel. It's one of those things that's easy and convenient. So yeah, I'll pick your brain. If you guys use OBS or whatever, feel free to drop comments in the chat or buzz me a message. I will likely reach out to you, Stephen, and ask you about some steamy, extremey type stuff. Lamp by killifish, that would be cool. So killies you can't go wrong with killies. I mean, you can, but that anything by Ian Fuller, like Tom said, is a great addition. Fish Guy Nick says OBS. Sarah's moving her tanks and putting everything in tanks I can move myself. Asking me for help, so not running CO2. CO2 is easy enough to move, right? Very small. Okay, sounds good. I'll do that. I might order like I don't stream enough to need 1 million hours a month. I'll usually kick my butt, sorry. So I don't know. I just need higher quality is really all I care about right now. The quality is kicking me and I'm sick of it. You know, I got over it because I didn't stream for a while, and now that I'm starting to stream more, obviously I don't want to stare at this any longer. I'd like to actually see what I'm looking at, let alone you guys want to see what you're looking at. So, oh, Bunny Viper, you won't kill your fish. You'll be fine. Send me a message if you have any questions. If you're interested in CO2, I'd like to help you explore CO2. If you're just not interested in it, then I get it. That's fine. But it's super, super easy. And the number of people that kill their fish with CO2 is very, very small. So, seems pieces, I don't know. I'm not worried. Like I said, I'm not worried about hours. Amisa, thanks again. Thanks for stopping by. I'm glad you're lurking. Hopefully, you enjoy the show. Yeah, like I said, Bunny, you know where to find me. Feel free to reach out. So other than actually putting a little bit more effort into streaming so that you guys get a better product with the membership deal, I've been working on some different things to offer to help expand the channel. So swag, things like t-shirts, hats. So you might start seeing those at swap meets. You might just happen to sign up as a member and you might get some cool stuff in the mail. Obviously, all the membership levels, you'll receive some not only all things fish stickers, but I've got some other non-branded all things fish stuff that I've designed up that may be available for purchase outside membership. As a member, you'll get anything that drops for free. However, at the highest level, there will be some elite items that you will only be able to receive as the highest level of the membership. So there will be perks. As a member, you may randomly get stuff in the mail. That could be fish, that could be plants, that could be shrimp, that could be swag. It might not be swag from me. It might be a swag from another channel. It might be a book. You guys know that I'm really excited about the Ty Stratman book on biotopes. So maybe you'll end up with a book in the mail. But the goal is to use whatever comes in to expand the channel and to make the user experience better for you guys. So actually, I mentioned those corridors to Dallas, which are not common. You can see those cruising around the 125. There's about 6 of them in there. So, yep, books are good. We like books. Work schedule. I don't know my work schedule, Kelly. You know this. So I'll be home this week. I'll be home next week. Gone for a week, and I should be home for about a month, roughly. So Kelly is excited because she gets more Echinoderus Socarno. which if you're not familiar, it's a beautiful sword. It's just extremely prolific. So all these red swords on this runner at the top, those are all Echinoderus Sucarno. Yeah, and they'll show a bright red to a maroon to a purple color. I do have an abundance of those. So if you join as a member, you might happen to get some Echinoderus Sucarno swords in the mail for free. And if you don't like it, blame Kelly. So that's how that's going to roll. I did notice that Brian from Peplin Creek Aquatics is here. Brian, I hope you got some video content. Well, first, I hope you had fun at Cataclysm. I wish I could have made Cataclysm. I figured for sure this would be the year. I registered, and then life got busy. So that happened. But I know Brian hung out with Austin, was up there from Fantastic Freaks, as well as Kenny from Kenny and Danny. They made it up there. Foxy was up there. Looked like a great time. Cataclysm is usually an awesome party. There's a ton of super knowledgeable people up there hanging out. A lot of things that you could take home. So definitely a great time. Hopefully, Brian got some videos. If you do happen to put some video content together, Brian, send me a link to it, and I will gladly plug it in on all things fish media, because I think Cataclysm is a great cause, and it's definitely getting bigger and bigger every year. This year they called it the combo plate, where instead of just catfish like your Corydoras and your plecos, they teamed up with the American Cichlid Association. They called it the combo plate. So you got ACA stuff, plus you got Corys and plecos and other cats. Super cool. Sad that I missed it. Yeah, pretty bummed. So, Stephen P said you better not. I'm assuming that's with regards to the Echinoderus Sucarno swords. If I do, you can package them up with the ones that you have to pull out of your tanks, and you can send the most prolific sword on the face of the planet out to whoever you would like. Heavy on the ACA side. That's surprising. I didn't think it would be super ACA heavy. So to hear that it was heavy on the ACA side is a little bit of a shock. Kind of a bummer at the same time. Obviously, like, I keep a variety of different cichlids, not necessarily a ton of Africans. So hopefully the catfish side of things didn't die down too much. Hopefully you guys did well. I heard you may be taking some different fish and stuff out there, but so Cataclysm. So if you go to a lot of the swap meet type deals, you have your tables and you set up what you have for sale on your tables, and you walk around from one table to the next. Cataclysm, I don't know about this year, Brian. Maybe you can correct me, but in the past, Cataclysm has been a lot of room sales where the show is held at a hotel, and you will walk from one person's literal hotel room to the next. They will have a sign of everything they have for sale on their door. So it's entertaining. So definitely a good time. Some super awesome stuff that you can pick up out there. So highly encourage that. For a little while, I did the event announcement shorts. Did you guys find value in that at all? Didn't seem like there's a lot of feedback on it. And I know that it only targets a few. It targets us, like, each one targets a small audience. So the idea was to spread the word about some of these different events. And I don't know if it worked as well as I wanted it to. So I don't know if it was if anybody was gaining any value out of that content. So I haven't done any for a while. Corydoras swords aren't a good moneymaker. Swords are a great moneymaker. You just have to continue to find a new market for them, because they're generally extremely prolific. Some of them. It's like the Echinoderus Sucarno sword is extremely prolific. Like, this is probably, if you look at the video right now of the 125, just on that top corner from that one shoot, there's probably 10 plants there. So extremely prolific. So that might sell for $5 to $10 a piece, and they're fairly easy to keep. So you have a large market. On the other hand, something like an Echinoderus like Iguazu or Goncalo is much, much slower. So it's going to take a while for those to propagate, and but the price is reflected in that. Whereas the Echinodurus Carno may sell for $5 to $15 depending on size. Echinodurus Goncalo might sell from anywhere from $35 to $95. I've seen them go as high as $200, depending on the size, just because they are slow growers. They are slow to propagate. And then you have some of the other rare type swords like your Ratage, your Satan, things like that. That not only are they uncommon because there's just not a lot of them in the hobby, but they're slow to propagate. So, is there money in swords? Yes. It just might come a little bit differently, and you have to know what you have. So go check these guys out. I'll share this. I'm gonna save this. I'll share that. Austin did a walkthrough at Cataclysm Austin over at Fantastic Freaks. Super fun dude. He might even be streaming right now. I'm not sure. I'm only going to stream for about 15 more minutes. I got to get dinner going. Let's take a look. I'm going to see if I can find him. Doesn't look like he's streaming right now. But Austin over at Fantastic Freaks. Awesome dude. Tons of fun. I've actually met him at a couple of swaps in Omaha. Check him out. And go hit that link. Go over to Fantastic Freaks. Check out a walkthrough of Catfish Cataclysm combo plate with ACA up in Madison, Wisconsin. Hey, Patrick. How's it going? Nice of you to stop by. It's been a while. I know you've had a lot going on. I've had a lot going on. We need to catch up one of these days. So the Craig's having some car troubles. That's a bummer. Car troubles are always a pain. So I am sorry to hear that. Hopefully you get it figured out after this stream. All right, Brian. Appreciate the love. This stream will probably go on for about another 10 minutes. No, where did you meet Austin and his wife? Was that at the Des Moines swap? Did you say you met him over there? Because I know he's kind of in the Omaha area. So Des Moines is definitely within his realm. So I'd not be surprised if you saw him over there. But he's big into puffers. I know he was eyeballing a Cross River puffer hard over at Cataclysm. So if you're into puffers, talk to Austin. Follow him over there. He has a few puffers set up. He live streams every Monday night, usually about this time, probably. So I don't think I'm streaming over Austin. If I am, sorry, bud. I'll make it up to you with beverage next time I see you. They are awesome people. He's a lot of fun. I've never met his wife. I've only seen him at swap meets, but a ton of fun. So the fish crowd around Omaha, there's a good crowd. There's not a lot of like YouTube presence or online presence, I don't think. So I was actually talking to Austin, and I think we're going to set up at the next swap. There's a swap in Quad Cities October 1st. Omaha is actually going to do another swap this fall as well. I talked to Austin about setting up like a fish tubers booth to kind of share the old fish tube love a little bit and get the fish fan word out. Maybe I could even drag Matt down there and we can set up a full-on fishfam.link booth where we have fishfam.link plastered everywhere and then feature some of the YouTube folks like Austin and myself. Maybe Sketty Nono will hang out. We'll see. I don't know. We'll have to see what we can come up with. Anthony's Fishy Friends is here. Anthony, what's up, bud? Anthony and I haven't streamed in a while. Anthony needs to get back into. We need to peer pressure Anthony into late night weekend streams again because those were a lot of fun. We got into try to get in some trouble more than one night, but those were a lot of fun. So everybody harass Anthony, make him stream on the weekends again. Obviously, everybody's got a lot going on in their life, but we need to tell old Anthony down here, somewhere over there, to start streaming so we can hang out. It was like a good, just solid community building morale type deal. So get over there and make that happen. Send him PMs, send him comments on his YouTube videos. We need to make some of these old school FishTube folks get back into the game. Anyway, poke and prod him. Let him have it. So give me 2 seconds, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna throw some pork chops on the grill quick, and then we'll close things up. We got about 10 minutes here, and we can move along with our night. And we're back. Boom, boom, boom. Romantic music. Next time I'll get some. I'm gonna make a note. Scotty wants some romantic music next time, so we'll get some romantic music. Romantic music. Sorry. Steak and potatoes. God, you are from Iowa, aren't you? Speaking my language here, Sarah. Red laser. Likely balance can likely cost. Oh, yep. Lurking, gotta clean. The magic of earbuds, Anthony, is that you can clean while you talk on a stream. So don't really want to hear any excuses. That's it. Royalty-free romantic music. I'll have to see if I can find some royalty-free romantic music. So I'm sure I can find some somewhere. If not, maybe there's somebody musical. Myrtle. Myrtle. Maybe somebody that happens to, how to compose songs could write something romantic for me to play for Scotty. Now I can't go to the. I know Scotty enjoys a fireside background, but that's his deal. I can't go taking his deal. That's all him. Brisket is delicious. It is. I did a brisket the other day. I found brisket for $3.99 a pound, which doesn't sound like a bad deal, except you figured out that you can't get a brisket smaller than 15 pounds. Like, holy crap, I have a lot of brisket and I just paid $60. Luckily, you usually get a few meals out of it. Brisket's kind of like a tomahawk steak, though, where you buy this great meat and you pay like $3.99 a pound or $6.99 a pound or whatever, which is great. But a brisket, you cut all the fat off, so there goes half of what you paid for. And a tomahawk steak, you throw the bone away because you can't chew on it. So you just spend all this money for nothing. Yogurt and watermelon. And you say you're from Iowa, Kelly. That's a shame. Doesn't sound like Iowa to me at all. Matt asked if Whip is here. I don't think so. I haven't seen him yet. Half a cow. That's an Iowa move right there. I actually got half a pig on the way, and a quarter side of beef, to hopefully fill up the freezer. Because I've been home. I was gone. I was over in the stand for a while, so I didn't get to cook anything myself. and I came home and I'd fire up the grill every night. Eat it all raw. Yeah, okay. I do like my steaks mostly raw, but I like a little bit of warmth to it. I don't want to turn into a hockey puck. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying I personally don't. That's all. My dogs are a different story. Hammers, maybe we need to start a dinner thread or a dinner stream. Holy crap. I don't know, Coral. It's a weird deal. I mean, granted, I just made a rack of ribs yesterday. Got St. Louis style ribs on sale for $1.99 a pound. Yes, please. But I did not make a broth. I just tossed the bones out because if I don't toss them out right away, the dogs have problems. Stop it. Come here. Come here. Jump up. You don't know what's making all the noise. This dummy. Oops. Motivation to cook for just me. I forgot that Jake's out of town, Kelly. Oh my gosh. If I could afford to eat steak every day, Kelly, I would. If it's just me, it's even better. It's like when it's just me at the house, I'd pretty much just fire up the grill for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And we just eat meat. The dogs like bones, but they also like to swallow bones and they end up with problems. So this is Tilly. This is the sheepdog, the greyhound sleeping on the couch. And then unfortunately, my wife's poodle passed away. So one less dog in the house. Sad day. Is that for better or worse, Kelly? Kelly said that Jake doesn't live with her during the week, but that might not be a terrible thing, I guess. Absence makes the heart grow fonder or something. I don't know. The longer you're together, the longer a little bit of alone time seems to make a difference. I don't know what boiling broth and micro even means, Sarah. You'll have to teach me. Lamb chops, fish and chips. It is dinner time. It's about that time. Oh, it's rough, I'm sure. It's will you guys quit? Sorry. Knuckle and shank bones the dog. I don't trust my dogs to not kill themselves chewing on bones, so I leave them alone. That's not to say they don't get them because they'll rummage through everything to find food. Stop it. But that happens. Yeah. Per diem is terrible. And I'm sure at Rorsch, per diem is absolutely miserable, Kelly. I don't know how he lives on anything other than ramen and Pop-Tarts. But anyway, so we're running up on an hour here, folks, and I appreciate all the love. Like I said, so we hit big things. We're getting the 125. Oops, sorry, that way. The 125. It's getting back on track. It's got CO2 again. I'm getting my RODI filter fixed. It's going to happen. We're going to fill it up. Jenna says we should do Kalitawa. What do you think? Drop a comment. If you're on the replay crew, drop a comment below. If you're in the chat, just drop a message in the chat. Tell me what I should put in here. Most likely rainbows. Option B, though, a close runner-up is Leopoldi Angels. So maybe we'll go that route. The fish room downstairs. It's honestly mostly empty right now. We're slowly going to build that back up. I got to move some old stuff out that I'm bored with. We're going to build it back up. And as we build it up, we'll do some videos, some live streams for you to get to see. Hopefully, the fish room live streams don't involve Shanna, because every time Shanna shows up, I end up flooding the floor. It happens. Moving forward, as far as the channel goes, what you guys can expect. I'm home for a little bit. That means more content. Woo, lights are off. You know what? The lights are off. But guess what? I have these crazy thing called I'm back. I have I'll just do this. We're almost done. Anyway, Leopoldi. I know, Coro. I've always had a soft spot for Leopoldi. I like them better than Altums sometimes. I think Altums are. It's not that they're mainstream. I like the Leopoldi a little bit better. So Leopoldi or Angelfish, or Rainbow Fish are kind of the runners. Jenna said Kalitawa. Nobody else in the chat has said anything, so it might be between those two. We'll see. Orange Cone said Trippy. Yeah. Coro, TJ both said Angels. I don't know, Kelly. How do you feel about it? We'll see. Angels are kind of hit and miss. Other than the Leopoldi Angels, I've also looked at, for some reason, Bulgarian seal points have kind of caught my eye lately. So we'll see. So that's the 125. Steven, why don't you send me your Kalitawa then? Okay. I will gladly put Kalitawa in there if you want to send me some. Otherwise, does anybody know where I could maybe find some Kalitawa? Anybody? Any ideas? Maybe. How about Dan's Fish? Dan's Fish, maybe? Dan's Fish probably has Kalitawa. Dansfish.com. I'm almost done, I swear. I could post a poll. That's a good idea. And maybe I'll do that. Callie Webb, Callie Willem, Callie Lamper, Callie Kyber, Callie Jamas. Those are kind of cool. Kalitawa. Oh, 0 available. Can't buy any now. Hey, there you go. Johnny says none. Yep, that's a thing. Hey, Johnny, thanks for stopping by. But speaking of stopping by, thanks to all of you guys for stopping by tonight. It really does mean a lot. Like I said, now the channel's hit 1,000. And I have a little more time at home. Things are going to start getting a little bit bigger, a little bit busier, and we'll have some more stuff that'll be of viewer value other than me standing here rambling on all night, because you guys probably get sick of that. But here's what we're going to do. Let's go over here. There's a guy called, oops. Why does this? It's Monday night. Who's streaming right now? Let's see. Monday night at 8 o'clock. We're going to go over and we're going to talk to Grant and Shelby at the Garden of Eden. I'm going to drop a link in the chat. All you guys are going to go click that link. Everybody go over, hang out with Grant and Shelby. I will give the pooches some love, Coro. Thanks for all the love. If you joined, if you super chatted, whatever. And it will, the channel is going to start moving. We're finally moving that direction. So thanks for everything, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Chat, replay, super chat, membership, whatever you did. Thanks for just watching that video. I appreciate it. What's the hashtag? Hashtag ATF. And we're just here some folks. We're just here some folks with it. Let's go hang out with Grant and Shelby. Thanks again. I couldn't have done everything that I've done so far without you guys. Let's go raid Grant and Shelby stream, and we'll see you there. Have a good one, guys.